Rider. But today, I'm doing a gear shift into Mumen Rider Dungeon Master mode. Allow me to explain. I normally have game nights with a bunch of my friends in the Cosplay Wrestling Federation, but due to current events, we have to broadcast them right now. We're playing from different locations. So I got Lashada's stamp of approval, or at least her stamp of yeah, sure, whatever, to stream our current game nights. We're about to start a game of DnD. We've been doing this for a little while. Everyone should be joining in pretty soon. So thank you for joining us, and let's have a great game. Any second now.
Hey, I'm here.
Hey, Shaggy, glad you can make it.
Yeah, man, it's great to be here.
You're the first one here. While we're waiting, why don't you tell our viewers a little about your character?
Sure, man. So, like, you know me, I'm not afraid of anything. So, like, my Dungeons and Dragons character is a barbarian, man. He's not afraid of anything either. His name is Norman the Fearless. And like see, the thing about Norman the Fearless is he's been doing this for a while. He's gone around from town to town, sticking up for the little guy. See, all these like con artists and spooky wizards, man, they're always trying to pull one over on the little guy, and Norman's not having any of that. So Norman here, he's like, he really doesn't like these merchant types or these scholars, and especially not wizards, man. So he's always gonna rush into danger if it means sticking up for someone who needs some protecting.
Oh yeah, and we've been going through some great adventures with Norman. Other people should be joining in pretty soon. Let's see who's going to be on next.
Am I coming in? Can you hear me?
Hey, it's Armstrong.
Hello.
Excellent.
Yes.
Glad you can make it.
Myself as well. Good to see you, Mumen Rider.
Good to have you here, man.
Games have been passed down through the Armstrong family line for generations.
Yeah, right on. I love it when he says that.
Yes, and my character is Sir Tapenade Fortinbras.
All right, why don't you tell us a little about the character that you're playing?
I'll be happy to. She's a 5th level battle master, halfling, tall follow, with a finesse build and martial adept feats and superiority dice. She leads the attack. She's a little bit too mean to be a paladin, lawful neutral, too frontal attacky to be a rogue. She wields a silvered rapier, finesse, and finds the weak points in the enemy's attack. And she has proficiency in leatherworking, because you never know when a belt will come in handy.
Okay, sorry, I'm having a little technical difficulty here, but we'll get that sorted out. Let's see. Who will be joining us next?
Technology, man.
Yep, and it's our first stream, so there's going to be a few bumps in the road.
It's quite all right.
Yo, am I late? Sorry, I might have overslept a bit. Present Mike! How we all doing today, folks?
Yeah!
I'm not all that familiar with Dungeons and Dragons, but that's more Zawa's thing. But, you know, hey, it's my second time playing, and I'm totally excited to introduce you to Perry Keith. He's a super awesome Anacrocra, level 5. Dude soars high and plays the right.
All right, sorry folks, I'm still having some technical issues. Looks like the stream isn't entirely coming through on my end.
Can you hear me, Mumen Rider? What? Got a little statue.
we're back. Sorry about that, technical issues. As we were, though, President Mike, glad to have you here.
Yo, sorry about the interruption. I'm glad to be here. Thanks for the invite.
Welcome
Absolutely.
aboard.
This is only the second time I've ever played Dungeons and Dragons. That's more of an Azawa thing. But hey, we'll see what happens.
All right, well, tell us a little about your character.
All right, I got this really cool rockin' dude. His name is Perry Keith. He's an Anacrocra, 5th level, good boy, chaotic good here. He likes to soar high and swoop low and rock out hard on his magical cistern.
Fantastic. All right, we got 3 in here so far. Let's see who's going to be able to join us next.
Hello!
Oh, hey. Senior
Hi,
Mike.
Mumen Rider.
Hey, glad you could join us.
We are
Is that
glad to
burrito
be
with
here.
you, dude?
Of course.
Yeah, there he is. I
Burrito's
see
right
him
here.
right on.
Spicy Burrito could not wait to have his chance to be in DnD. So he has created the ultimate character. First,
all right.
I will tell you this. He's very shy about the name he chose, though.
Do tell.
His name is Roasty.
Roasty.
Yes, he is a tiefling warlock with a bit of a chaotic alignment. It's almost like the son that Spicy Burrito never had.
Oh, yes, I can see that.
Yes, he has all these arcane spells that he's going to learn and use, and let's just say that there should be some chef concoctions.
All right,
That's
sounds
cloud.
spicy.
Roasty the Warlock, man. I dig it.
All right, that's 4 so far. Let's see who we got next.
Hey. Ready
Hey,
for some
Prof,
fun?
glad you could join us.
Yo. It's been a while.
It has. Glad
It's
you
the
can make
buff.
it.
It is.
Right. So, tell us who you're playing.
So I'm playing a monk. His name is Cool Stun. And he's a soldier. And he's a good guy. He's neutral. And he's here to use his fists to do the talking.
All right, let's see. I do believe that is everyone that said they'd be coming. So let's see.
One mod is certainly enough.
Let's rock.
Right
no,
on,
no, no,
man.
What?
no. Whoa. Hold up. I've just been here in
Wait
my
a second.
Huh?
Wait a second. Who let this guy in here?
Who
What is that
invited him?
voice?
We have an intruder on the screen.
Whoa, chill
Matt.
out.
Hi.
Chill out, nerds. Okay, look, I was in the
Excuse you?
excuse all of you. Look, I was in the recording studio, as I said, for the 3rd time, and you know what? I thought I should do my act of charity and hang out with my fellow CWF brethren.
Hey, great. Oh, Matt, is that Goblin getting to the garbage over there?
Wait, what? Wait, get over here.
All right, guys. What is the first rule about game night? Don't tell Matt about game night.
Who
That's
let
right.
this guy know?
Who spilled the beans?
Like it wasn't me, man. I didn't say a thing to him.
Man.
He
Was
I
it you,
would never
Spicy
break
Burrito?
our word.
You're right. It was probably Hiki. All
It's
right.
gotta be he.
Thanks, Mr. He
Classic
can't keep
Hiki.
his mouth shut about anything.
You know, I gotta
There's no way
say,
he was.
Gabumon was not eating the garbage, but Mr. Hiki has really bad penmanship, and Mumen Rider, I gotta say, Bike Locks for Justice, very weak server password.
I'm going to break
You didn't
his
even put in
glass
punctuation
next
marks in it.
time I see him.
All right. Well, nothing doing about it now. Matt, you're here. Welcome. Have you ever played Dungeons and Dragons before?
I mean, no, but I have been a hero, so this is going to be like a walk in the park for me, just like everything else is in life.
Oh, okay. I guess if there aren't any other surprises, we can go and get things started.
Well, what do we have here?
Oh, wait, no, no.
You know what? Hold up. Wait a second. Hold up. This is not as bad as Matt. Let's be real.
This bag of bones.
Well, CWF, it looks like you're playing a game of Dungeons and Dragons. And I personally have my own wonderful dungeon, and I'm pretty sure there's a dragon or two down there. I don't feed them. If people wander in, then they can feed themselves. But I, the mighty Skeletor, am gracing you with my humble presence in this little kid game you call D&D. It'll be my first time ever.
How the heck did he get in here? I mean,
It was you.
no,
It had to
what?
be.
No. So, Skeletor, come on, level with me. Clear my good name.
Actually, yes, it was you. I want to thank you for that. You snuck into Madashita's office and you said, "Give me the code." And I'm just like, I was there just to pick on him. I do that every week. And I was just in the corner about to go, and then you just burst through the door and you're just like, "Here's the game code." And it was like, oh, I'm gonna copy that. But I'm not just gonna do that. My character's a little bit special.
All right. What kind of character are you playing?
Wait, what is he playing? Is he?
Well, I, the mighty Skeletor, my character's name is literally all capitals, the mighty Skeletor. He is a human lich. He is a wizard.
What?
What?
How are you
That
playing?
challenge rating is enormous!
That's right. I found the cheat codes of your Dungeons and Dragons game. I am already a level 5 wizard. I am a lich, and I have so much EXP and points.
Balance entire adventure.
Like, no way, man.
Hey, champion's advantage.
You know, I don't even know what you nerds are talking about, but I should feel offended right now.
All right. No, you're right. Matt,
you should.
tell us about your character. Who are you playing?
What? Wait. Wait. We have to make a. Well. Okay. All right. Well.
This is gonna be good.
Okay. Making a character. Shoot. I should have one. Yes. Fine. If I'm ordered to grace your presence, I have decided to play
Claire.
as my character by the name of Matt Ishida.
Oh, wonderful name. But unfortunately, you're copying me.
No. See, it's not an all cap Skeletor. I'm
okay,
playing Matt Ishida, and he's gonna be Mumen nerd guy. What's class that's like a rock star?
I mean, that would be a bard, but we've already got present Mike.
I'm a bard. I'm a
You
bard.
need a healer.
Okay,
We're having
bard.
a
5 minutes out there.
Shut up,
Sure.
Armstrong. I'm a bard. Yes, I'm a bard.
We
I'm
don't
a
need
bard.
two bards.
Yeah,
Or
well,
I should say one bard and a poser.
present Mike, you need me. Period. All right.
It's
All
As
right.
long as one of you tosses a coin to your litter.
All right, Matt, Skeletor, if you guys want to play, that's fine, but you have to actually, play the game. Don't
Fine.
go around trying to derail everything just because that's what you do. Can you agree to that?
Oh, I will be a perfectly reasonable little skeleton. I cross my heart and hope to die.
Oh, look, I think everybody's
have a heart.
severely underestimating my ability to get in on this. I mean, DD, Digidestin. It's practically in my nickname. Let's do this.
All right, so as our adventure continues, you guys are members of the Chartered Warrior Foundation, a group of adventurers and heroes that go off on quests as required for you to help out the people of the land.
Right on, man. CWF forever.
Oh, that's clever.
Yes, thank you. So you arrive at the entry room, and there is a desk up ahead where you usually receive your assignments from. The wiry-looking, kind of nervous person at the desk looks up to you and goes, "Oh, good, you guys are here. Yes, we have a mission. I was not expecting Skeletor to be here.
Like, neither were we, man.
Yes, well, at any rate, I have an assignment for you. So there is this small village a ways away called Tyokan. It has been dealing with a bit of a fire issue lately. It's a little strange because there normally are plenty of adventurers there. They should be able to hold their own, but they put out a call for help. So I would like you to go and take care of that.
See.
Wait, I got it. Hold up. All right, listen up, nerd. I just want to make sure. Taiyokan, whatever. You're saying it's too hot at Taiyokan?
Can you just let him do his thing and not interrupt him? You're a player.
That's a valid question. Apparently, he tells you. Apparently, there's been a lot of fire elementals about. That's the information that I got.
Zoinks, man, fire elementals.
Those are going to be a bit hard to punch, but we'll make do.
Fear not. Excuse me. Fear not. We'll defeat these intruders from another dimension. Send them packing. You have our word.
Yes, thank you. And as always, the payment will be 100 gold pieces. That's what they offered us, divided amongst you. And any magic items or gold that you find along the way, you're welcome to keep.
All right.
Sounds good.
Okay, so
I'm just happy to help.
we're gonna do this?
See. Roasty agrees.
I mean, it's.
The Mighty Skeletor is game.
I mean, it's a little bit. I lied. Vastly underneath my signing bonus, but whatever. Matty Sheeta the Bard will accompany you.
All right, you all agree to your mission, and you follow the directions to get you to the village of Taiyokan. It's a bit of a lengthy walk, but you guys still managed to make it there in good time. None of you are suffering from any effects from a forced march because you can move at a leisurely pace. But as you get closer, you can definitely feel the general temperature of the area growing higher and higher. It's getting swelteringly hot, with the exception, of course, for Roasty, who, as a tiefling, is very used to these temperatures.
Ah.
Lucky.
Yes, but definitely a bit of a heat wave going on. You arrive at the village. You can see it is ostensibly a farming village, although their fields are very dry and what looks like might have been at one point these, growing fields of wheat and corn and cabbages and all sorts of food are, just dried up, dying, melting in the heat.
How wonderful.
Zoinks, man, not the food. There could have been so much food here.
Yes. In fact, can everybody please give me a constitution save? Roasty, as a tiefling, you have advantage, so roll 2d20 and take the higher number. Everyone else, roll a d20 and add your constitution save.
Let's see.
Hang on.
D20. Got an 8 plus 6 is 14.
I rolled a 20. Is that good?
Yes, 20 is the best thing you can roll. Too bad you just wasted it on a low DC save.
I
But
mean,
hey,
Matt,
you are
13.
not suffering exhaustion from the heat.
I mean, it's never a wasted roll when Matty Sheeta takes part in it.
Sorry.
All right, so Norman got
Were you rolling
18.
for
You're good.
with advantage?
Rosie has advantage because of fire resistance. Tempanada, I do not believe, has anything to grant advantage.
Nope.
So what'd you get?
I rolled a 4. And were we talking about disadvantage, or are we just rolling one die?
Yeah, just a flat
rolling the
roll.
one die.
Just 1d20,
Okay,
man.
try that one more time. Or was it 15?
Okay, you make the save against exhaustion.
Okay, Spicy Burrito has a question again. What does he need to roll for Roasty?
Roll 2d20, take the higher number, and add your constitution save. All right, it looks like Cool Stun got a 13. You're good.
So he got 10 and 19 on a D20.
All right, so take the 19, add your constitution modifier. You're good.
The Mighty Skeletor has rolled a 13.
How
All right.
unlucky.
13. Oh, and my lucky number.
Yep. Present Mike, what did Perry get?
Oh, let me roll it for him real quick here. Let's see. Perry got a 12.
Ooh, that was DC 13. Perry, you're suffering from 1 level of exhaustion.
Ah.
Zoinks,
Oh,
man. It's hot.
That will give you disadvantage on ability checks until you can remove that level.
Oh
Not
no.
comfy.
You know, other Bard, if you're feeling too tired, you could always leave and I'll take your place. Just want to let you know.
I'd offer you some sunscreen, but my character doesn't have skin.
Well, fortunately, it's just 1 level of exhaustion. That'll be a little difficult later on, but you're lasting so far. So, you're at the village. Where would you guys like to go?
Probably the best place for us to go would be the tavern to start with.
You know, I agree with Puff, and I don't say that.
Hydration's very important.
Don't say it again, you'll make me barf.
We should do that. In fact, yes, let's go to the tavern, the pub.
All right, you make your way to the pub. It is not too noisy, but still relatively crowded. You shut the door, and you're still feeling pretty warm in there. It's not quite as hot as outside, but it's pretty sweltering still, and not exactly the liveliest place.
Who is inside?
There are a couple of tables with people sitting at them, eating food, drinking drinks. Let's see, there is a barkeep behind the counter, and there is a stage with no one currently performing.
Is the barkeep attractive?
That depends. Do you find portly middle-aged men with very large handlebar mustaches attractive?
Sounds
Well-
like your type, man.
I mean, everybody has a preference, but
I resemble that. See?
If you're into that, then yes.
all right. Where's everybody gonna go?
I'm going to head over to the counter. And I'm
well,
going to get the
mate.
barkeep's attention.
What can I get for you?
Water for now. It's a little bit hot.
All right. So
Mike,
he
what have you
goes
got
down
to
the-
eat around here, man?
Well, we don't got much in the way of crops. We still got some chicken, some beef, some pork. Unfortunately, we're running a little low right now.
Yeah, Heatwave
Zoinks,
seems to
man.
be doing some stuff. Can you tell us about the fire elementals? We've been sent here in order to assist with that.
Oh, yeah, I can tell you about that. Well, unfortunately, there's this new, a castle down over that a ways. It just got set up not too long ago, made out of sheer steel. Just kind of rose up overnight. We're not entirely sure where it came from. But, this fire guy is lurking at the top of it. And he says that he controls this area now. Now, naturally, we weren't too fond of that. We sent out a few adventurers to stop him, and they all got forced back by a bunch of fire elementals. Now, every week, those elementals, they come around demanding payment and, taxes and whatever crops they can take. Whatever hasn't already been burnt by the sweltering heat they bring, they just take back, and you can see it burning up as they walk away. So we don't got much left, and no one here has the will to try fighting back anymore.
Wait, did you say no one has the will to fight back?
Yeah, we tried fighting them off. There's just too many of them.
I see.
This castle that you say rose up overnight.
Sounds like a mystery.
A little, yes.
Too many.
Would you
Sounds
say
like not enough?
That
Let's take them down.
Sounds like villains afoot.
Wait. You're just gonna roll in and just punch it in the face?
The mighty skeleton
That's
needs
what I
to
do.
know how to.
Like I got a big
Roll
axe.
loud and blow out their eardrum.
That's what I do. I'm a monk. I punch things.
Fuzzy Burrito does not, he wants to say that Roasty does not mind the heat, but he also wants to get to the bottom of these. So I believe that the consensus is we storm the castle. Yes?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say storm exactly, I would like to know of the castle's defenses first.
Before we do that, can we at least tip the scales in our favor?
What do you have in mind?
Well, first off, bartender, hi there, Matt Ishida, amazing bard. Here's my autograph. Heard of me before?
No, I can't say I have.
Thank God.
Like, just so we're clear, he's not with us, okay, man?
We didn't invite
Oh,
him.
okay.
He showed up.
Well, okay. Moomin, real quick, player question, Moomin.
Yes.
In this sheet that I printed off of Google, there's something called Bardic Inspiration.
Yep.
How does that
work? As a bonus action, you can grant Bardic Inspiration to a player of your choice. That'll give them a D8 that they can add on to any attack roll or ability check that they take. Additionally, what is your Bard college? What archetype did you take?
Valor, because I'm the brave.
Sure, we'll go with that. So as a Valor Bard, they can also add that D8 onto any damage rolls that they make.
I see. I propose to play a pro bono Matt Ishida concert for the town to liven their spirits.
Oh, well, if you think that'll help, we got a stage over there. We don't have anyone performing right now. See if you can play some good tavern music.
Present Mike, what's your bard's name?
Perry.
You want to make this a duet? I mean, I'm totally hurting my brand image, but I think the two of us might actually work together on this one.
I'll take you up on.
All right, so the two of you go up on there. Because that will count your two both performing at once, that will be an assist. So one of you can roll at advantage. Considering Perry has the exhaustion, we'll have Perry provide the assistance. So Matt, go ahead and roll at advantage. 2d20, take the higher. Then add your performance modifier.
Highest roll is a 17.
All right, and your performance, that would be your, if you're proficient in performance, your proficiency modifier plus your charisma modifier.
All right, that would be +4, 21.
21, all right. The two of you get up there, and you start jamming, and you're performing, and you're playing some music, and you actually get a few of the people in the audience starting to clap along to the beat, and you can see a little bit of cheer return to the tavern. Good job.
Rock on, man.
Meanwhile, the bartender has served the water that you guys asked for. It is tepid.
You know what?
Fortunately, they keep things cool these days.
You know what, Pete? You did half good.
I'm just going to sit there and drink the water for now, listening to the music. I'm tempted to throw my glass, but I don't.
But
not right now.
As the performance comes to an end, you hear some shouting coming from outside. Ah, damn it, they're here again!
What?
And you can feel just the general temperature start rising up as you see a bright flame moving around outside.
Zoinks!
Oh,
Like Norman rushes out the door to see what's happening out there.
Cool
I'm
looks to
still watching
Roasty.
on stage.
I was about to say, Cool looks to Roasty and says, I think it's time we get to work.
yes.
Came to us. Let's go check.
All right, so you guys head outside, and out there you see what appears to be a large being made of fire. It's moving along the ground as a flame dances along a candle, but it seems to have these limbs and almost a head made out of flames. It approaches the center of the town, and it says, "Payment is due. Offer what you have."
Yes, exactly. Payment for our wonderful music services. I agree, flaming guy.
Like, how big is this
I don't think
thing?
he's your roadie.
It is
Anybody have
large
any
size,
marshmallows?
so about 10 feet tall.
Like, okay.
That's all. I thought bigger.
That thing is, I mean, that's big.
Yes, this
Like-
is clearly a fire elemental.
Hmm.
Come on, we can take him!
What do you
Let's do
think,
this.
guys? Should
Wait.
we just shoot an arrow at it?
1 second.
That doesn't. Arrow.
What are you looking for in tribute?
food, gold, consumables.
Who
Everything
sent
village has.
you?
My master sent me,
And that is?
the Lord of the Heat. All who live under his domain must pay tribute or burn!
Okay. Calm down for 1 second. Just one more question. Is he in that castle?
Yes,
How far up?
my master lurks at the top of the castle, where he can see all those who fall under his domain.
Roasty has a question. He'd like to extend an olive branch and shake the fire elemental's hand, since I have fire resistance, and would like to say we shouldn't fight and instead be invited into the castle.
Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check.
Diplomacy.
Okay.
I'm okay with this.
Persuasion. Okay. A second. Is it persuasion? Is a 5. Is that also a D20?
D20 plus your modifier.
Okay. 10 plus 5, so 15.
He looks at you. You wish to serve the Lord of the Heat.
If he will grant us an audience, then we may speak on those terms.
I will pass your message along, but I cannot return without the payment.
In good faith, take us as payment to the castle, and we may speak with your master.
Wait, I'm going to.
Paul. Mm.
Did he just? This better work. This better.
That might be unwise.
I
My
don't know
friend.
if that's a check that yeah.
Maybe we should consult someone who's adept at taking evil tribute payments and see how they would do in this situation. But is there anyone like that in this team?
Oh, thank you. I have a wonderful idea.
What?
How about you take one of us to the castle? The other 6 will stay behind, but they just want one in good faith. Because this guy, all for he knows, could be like, oh, they might be trying to play a trick on me. But he wouldn't know that, would he? Wink, wink. But we should give him one of us to go to the castle.
And nose goes.
Wait.
I don't have a nose, so...
That is not fair. Spicy Burrito doesn't have a nose. So I guess Roasty goes.
All right, so
Skeletor doesn't either.
I guess that means that Roasty and the Mighty Skeletor have volunteered themselves.
Oh.
Thanks, guys.
See.
All right, so
Toasty is
The
probably
fire
the best to
elemental.
send in this.
the Fire Elemental looks between the two of you and says, "Your offer is accepted. Follow." And he begins leaving town, beckoning for the two of you to follow.
Like, what do the rest of us do?
That's entirely up to you. What do you
Is-
do?
Well,
So
this
we can
is.
either, at this point, we can either follow stealthily behind, send somebody as a scout, to this case, up, or we could wait to see what happens, see if they come back, if not, storm the castle.
Or punch it in the back of the head.
No.
We worked hard to
Right now?
establish this diplomacy angle. I think it would be a bad idea for us to just throw that away.
Chatties is up. There he is.
Like, we can't just let
You
them
guys
go
already
on their
went
own.
We
I
can't,
think we can follow.
but I have an amulet of proof against detection and location, which means that I cannot be detected by a magical being if they attempt to search for me. So, even though I'm not entirely versed in stealth because I punch things, I can follow at a safe distance behind, maybe slip into the castle, attempt to, and see what happens. This is what I get for playing a monk, not a
I
rogue.
like this plan. See?
You shouldn't be even
Like, can he
contributing.
follow them and then we follow him?
It's an option. Remember, everything here is based on your choices.
So, like, that fire elemental dude, he shouldn't be able to see us if we maintain that distance. And he can't see...
Theoretically.
He can't see Puff there.
Well, I mean, it would all depend on his passive perception and your stealth rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Perry.
It's more their leader can't see me coming if he attempts to detect a
Hey,
being.
Perry, you could cast invisibility. You do have that ability.
Oh yes.
Wait, you all have invisibility stuff? That's not fair.
Even the mighty Skeletor can
No,
do
it's
invisible.
not.
I mean,
You should okay now.
I can't turn invisible. I can only take away the ability to detect me via magical means.
I can only take me. Just look at me. I see a Puff. I'm a
Invisibility is a second level spell. So yes, if two of you have it, then you could upcast it using a third level spell slot, allowing you to make 4 of you invisible.
That sounds good. I'm down for that. I got my nice quiet wing, so nobody's gonna be hearing me anyway. Cast it, a couple of you.
I'm just interested in seeing where this goes. So go ahead. You know what? Yeah, let's follow. Let's follow.
Right on, man.
So it
No
sounds
one
like
left
Cool Sun is
behind.
going to try to sneak ahead normally, and then those who are invisible will follow after invisibly.
So, Mumen, what
Now-
do I gotta do here to make a...
You don't need to roll for it. You just say that you cast a spell, mark off that you use a spell slot. If you want to upcast it to make 2 people invisible, you'll need to use a third level slot. Similarly, since Skeletor, or the mighty Skeletor, all caps,
All
is going away with the Afridi, then you'll need to cast that on 2 people before you, I mean the fire elemental. You're gonna need to cast that before you go.
Okay, whatever, listen,
I suppose the
Obviously
mighty
helps me
Skeletor
out.
can
it's not here.
offer a little bit of his level 5 wizard prowess. Who am I teaming up with? The present Mike?
So, let's cast that.
But
All right.
which 4 shall we choose? One of them will have to be not invisible.
Well, I am a halfling, so I'm stealthy.
So, what do you
Lightfoot.
propose?
Probably would be best if Armstrong was the one who wasn't invisible, only because Armstrong's character has more stealth. I'm sorry, I forgot your character's name, Armstrong. I apologize.
Same.
Call me Tappy.
Tappy.
Call me Tappy.
Tappy?
Let's actually
Sir
do this.
Tappy Fortinbras.
So
Yeah.
Armstrong's Tappy. Present Mike is Pete. Spicy Burritos Roasty.
Sure.
Mumen Rider's Dungeon Master. CM Puff is
Cool.
nice try. Your character
No.
name.
It's literally cool. It's CUL. It's cool stun, as in I'm going to give you a cool stunner.
CM Puff is cool. Oh, that hurt to say.
Yeah, looking at
Groovy
you makes
dude.
me want to puke.
Shaggy is Norval. And
Norman the Barbarian.
Norman. And Skeletor is the mighty Skeletor.
The mighty
caps.
Skeletor.
All
Okay.
caps.
All caps.
All caps.
Yes, we know.
All right, so it sounds like you guys are casting invisibility on everybody except the 2 going with the fire elemental and Tepi.
Right on, man.
All right, so the elemental begins moving on with the mighty Skeletor, all caps, and Roasty following after. Could the rest of you please give me stealth checks to try and pursue from a safe distance? If you are invisible, you have advantage.
So
All right, so 2 d20s.
Take the higher.
The higher
In the
one.
case of Perry, you have exhaustion, so you just make a flat roll.
Which people
So,
were
do
invisible
what?
again? I'm sorry.
Everybody except for Teppanyada.
Teppy.
Okay.
So it's a D20 plus
And just roll 1d20.
Yeah, so d20 plus your stealth modifier. If you're not proficient in stealth, it's your dexterity modifier. Everybody who is invisible has advantage, unless you have disadvantage, which would cancel it out in the case of Perry's exhaustion.
And the stealth modifier is in the box of skills.
Yes,
All right.
it is a dexterity skill.
So
I
you
roll-
roll once or twice? Sorry.
You roll it once because you have exhaustion.
Okay.
16.
All right, very nice.
I rolled
Like I got a 12.
I rolled a 17,
Okay.
and then the stealth modifier number on mine is 6.
Very nice. Yeah, that's a high roll. And what did Teppy get?
I am ashamed. I rolled a 2. Plus 3 is 5.
Okay.
And David missed.
Thanks, man.
So that's not something to laugh at, homie.
Not
What?
a chart topper.
Yikes.
Drop.
So, most of you are moving stealthily, following after invisibly from a distance. You're watching out for any of the grass along the way that might rustle. You're being careful not to leave any obvious footprints, watching where you step. Unfortunately, Teppy, you don't hide yourself quite as well as you thought you would. Being a halfling, you are good at snaking, but it typically helps to have, taller people to hide behind or large things in the way. Unfortunately, most of the ground around here has been pretty well raised. There's not too much that you can hide behind, and everyone else is invisible. So as you start making your way about halfway there, the fire elemental pauses, turns, and looks at you and goes, "Why do you follow, small one?"
Well, on the way over here, we saw a pool, and I'd hate to see you wander into it and fall in and then be extinguished.
Roll deception.
Yes.
Like, that's a good one, dude.
Nice.
Let's hope it works.
Oh, I seem to have hopefully redeemed myself. I got an 18. Plus 2 for charisma.
All right,
1D.
that is going to be a dirty 20. The elemental looks at you. You show kindness for one so small. It will not be forgotten. Now leave.
So we shouldn't punch this thing in the back of the head now.
I'll toodle off.
Like you do it
I mean, that's an
about it.
option. All right. But yeah, you have successfully tricked it. It continues moving on its way. Do you continue following, or do you fall back?
I've been invited, so I'm gonna keep walking.
Same.
We gotta keep following him, man. We can't let our friends go.
I'm
know-
going to walk up to Teppy and say, "Fall back for now. We got it from here. Just wait till enough distance is clear and then start moving again."
Fair enough.
Follow the
Understood.
followers. Okay.
2 things. 1, we could always just go back and just tell the CWF we won, and then we get paid. I mean, that's why we're all here, right?
Like,
I
I
mean,
think they'd
There
find
is
out about
no
that.
honor if we don't get the job done, Matt.
Fine.
Also, you typically need proof that you got the job done, such
I
as
mean-
the person who sent out the request, giving you a letter saying it is completed.
And also,
Well, I do check those things.
as a person who likes to carry the trophies around of those that are fallen by his hands, I want to take something from them.
See,
For
this
all
is
the things that they've taken from these people.
this is why.
Yeah, man, the food.
Okay, well, fine. 2 things. 1, this is why I've been able to be champion for so long. And 2, if we're going to, I remember this in my Digidestin days, if we're going to move ahead, one of us should at least leave a trail so Teppy can follow us to the castle.
You are correct. We should do that. Does
I'm-
anybody have anything of such? Other than
It-
probably 50 feet of hempen rope, because I have a feeling that that's not going to be enough to cover the distance.
You're thinking too hard. It's a
I'm
dry.
going to give Cool Stun inspiration because I know it must be very painful to admit that Matt's right about something.
You know, you guys are thinking too hard. It's a hot, dry place. We could literally just drag a stick and draw a line.
Are there any sticks around?
Pretty well burnt up sticks, very fragile, no water, but there are sticks.
Is there
Got
enough?
swords.
Is there enough of let's say, dryness to the land that if I just drag the rope across the ground, would it create a trail?
It would.
Like if I bundled it up. Okay, well then we're gonna go with that. He had a decent idea. Let's give him a clap. One clap. There we go.
I feel patronized.
Good.
Good.
I'll give you one clap too.
Get used to it.
All right, so you guys drag the rope, you continue following on, and eventually you arrive at this towering fortress, but it is made out of sheer iron plates, and they're almost glowing with the heat that's coming from within. The fire elemental walks up and he places his hand to one of the walls, and it just melts open a doorway, and he says, "Enter."
You
Whoa,
must
that
have to
sound
repaint
effect.
doors all the time. And I walk in after him.
Zoinks, man, that
All right.
castle's like a giant hot pot.
I see the gaping hole as Roasty and say, "Ha ha! This happened once when I ate a 10-pound burrito."
All right, inspiration to you as well. So inspiration, you either have it or you don't, but you can expend it at any point to gain advantage on a d20 roll.
Okay.
So
Senior
as the mighty
mustache.
Skeletor and Roasty enter, the fire elemental moves his hand away, and you see the metal begin to reform to make the wall appear again. What do the rest of you do?
Neat trick.
Do you think we should rush in there?
Oh, what
Can
if
we
he
get in?
decides
Can we
to
make it in
smoke the
time?
lava?
How much distance is it between us and the wall as it's beginning to close?
You kept about 30 feet of distance, so you've got about 20 to 30 feet as the elemental has walked through.
And I'm further back, right? I'm further back, correct?
You are, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you're about another 20 feet away.
From the outside, does it look like there's any other way inside this castle?
Give me a perception check.
Will do. Give me just 1 second.
Like all of us, or
Me
Just
specifically.
Puff right now.
all right?
That would be a dirty 20. 15 plus
All right,
2 plus
yeah.
3.
You look around, it appears that as decorative and as massive as it is, there are no windows, no entryways, just a massive sheet of metal that is designed in the shape of a castle.
Not even a door, huh?
So we have to make a break for it. The good news is, and this is good news, my speed is 40.
That's
Like so is mine.
So
Well, I do have the ability to melt metal to a certain point.
you
I
know,
don't know
I
if that would come in handy or not.
That
Do
could work.
you?
Do you want to try?
I'm sorry? There's...
That could possibly work. Do you want to try?
Yes.
you know what?
All
Knock
right.
yourself out, Pete.
Harry,
Harry.
Like the platypus?
So, heat metal is a concentration spell, so when you cast it, your invisibility will fade. But you go up, and you touch the wall, and you cast heat metal, and your spell begins emanating heat throughout it, and the metal does begin to shift away, opening another passageway that you guys can enter through.
Right on, man. Let's get in there.
All right.
You
How-
guys would.
how hot is it? Like currently?
It
Is it
is
still the same as it
sweltering.
was? It is sweltering. Okay.
Yeah, as the door opens, you feel a horrible blast of heat, like when you open the oven right after cooking something.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's bad.
Like, I bet it doesn't smell as good, though.
It really doesn't. Well, you guys enter there, and you can see that everything is basically made out of the same sheets of metal, but it forms this massive spiraling castle inside there. It is very decorative. You can see that some of the metal is kind of raising from the walls, and it is glowing with heat to make these designs around the walls, these murals that show this creature who commands fire, raising buildings, conquering cities, crowning himself king.
This sounds wonderful.
Skeletor, are you having ideas for interior design?
Oh, I'm getting many ideas, but let's not spoil the good stuff just yet. Continue, Mr. DM.
All right, so we will go over to what's going on with Roasty and the mighty Skeletor.
I'm not
Okay.
As you are led up one of these winding stairways to a large room, and I hope you guys are both wearing shoes right now, because just with every step you can see heat rising up as you place your feet down, and you see this throne made of copper because it's just glowing and melting and reshaping as the creature sits on it. And this being is large, mostly humanoid, with glowing red skin, but a lower half that seems to be made out of swirling flame. He has plenty of gold that he's wearing, necklaces, rings, and this crown that appears to be made out of melted down gold. He looks at the elemental, and he looks at you, and he says, "What is this? I sent you out to bring back tribute, and you bring a tiefling and a walking skeleton. They wish to serve. They offer themselves as tribute." Interesting. Who are you, and why do you wish to serve the Lord of Heat?
Well, I, your majesty, am the mighty Skeletor. And if you don't mind, I think it's just a little too warm in here. Don't you think that a person like me shouldn't be able to bask in your presence because I am just not worthy to stand in your flames? But my friend here, the spicy burrito, he can withstand your flames, so certainly must have some sort of dungeon in your castle where you keep all your, prisoners. Do you happen to have one of those? Maybe I could spend some time down there. And spicy burrito, or the flamey guy here, he loves the heat up here. So why doesn't you can discuss with him? Me, I'm just a worthless little man. I should be thrown in the dungeon because it's too hot up here.
This is the weirdest. What the hell? What the hell? Mumen Rider, did you put some sort of mind control spell on Skeletor? How did you make him say this?
I think the trick is that the sarcasm is so thick that I can feel it over here. But go ahead and roll deception.
All right. It's a 20, right?
Roll a
Okay.
d20, add your deception modifier.
I rolled an 18.
Like, that's
And my
pretty good.
Deception modifier.
Deception's like charisma plus proficiency if it's one of your skills.
That's a +2. So that's a 20.
Dirty 20. All right. The Lord of Heat looks at you and he says, "You are a strange one.
Yes.
Like,
It is
yeah,
not
he is.
often I see people surrender themselves and then willingly ask to be thrown in prison cell. But I like how much you grovel, so I will grant you this request."
Oh, what a wonderful king you are. Throw me in your deepest, darkest dungeon.
With a snap of his fingers, these two medium-sized fire elementals who are wearing armor of their own come up, and they both, grab you by the shoulders, and they begin pulling you away. They take you back down the stairs, turning around another passageway, going a little to the left, going downstairs, and you actually can tell that you're being dragged underground at this point because it actually is getting a little bit cooler as they toss you behind some bars. They slam it, and then one of them grabs where the door hinge is and just melts it together.
All As he walks away, I'm just like, all according to plan. Your turn.
Alright, well that's
baby
for
girl.
now. Roasty, you're up there with Lord of the Heat. What do you do?
So I watch Skeletor get his butt dragged away, and I go, ha ha. So, what's that? Spicy burrito. Oh, spicy burrito is a very good idea. So Spicy Burrito says that Roasty wants to ask the Fire King what his deal is. So I believe in a more eloquent way is, oh great Fire King, why have you decided to create this castle and terrorize this town?
I am fire. I am flame. And flame consumes. It is my desire to consume all that I survey. To do that, I have risen my castle in here. I have collected tribute. I have begun expanding, consuming, letting the world fall to flame, 1 inch at a time.
Anybody got any water?
Roasty then poses an even greater question to the Fire King. O great Fire King, but you do not control the heavens and you do not control the sea, for surely there is water in abundance up there and over there. Your kingdom is limited to what you consume on land. Who is to say that you will rule the world? For you have never met a tiefling that wants it all.
I never knew Senior Mustache was so eloquent.
That's not him talking. That's the burrito talking.
Wait,
See,
I can boil the seas when all else burns. The skies are of no concern to me, for my smoke shall rise there and fill the heavens themselves.
then Fire King, it is without me having to say, we are in an impasse. You want to roast the seas and fill the heavens of smoke. I do not mind these things, for I live and thrive in those environments. But I cannot have you be king, for I will be king.
You would stand against me then.
what is he doing?
Not only will I stand against you, I will surpass you.
What is he doing?
He rises from his throne, flaming feet striking the ground and sending out sparks with every step.
How close are we?
So be it. So I think at this point, you guys can tell that there's something going on. If you want to just toss aside all stealth and dash your way up the stairs, you can do so.
Did we
Yeah,
see
man.
Did we see Skeletor get taken to the dungeon as well?
As a matter of fact, you did.
Cool, leave him there. Okay.
Like
I like him
Skeletor
more
can
than
fend
I
for
like
himself.
you.
We need to go help Roasty.
He can, but also we should, after we're done here, make sure that we can take care of him. I like him more than I like you.
Look, if we keep him here, that's one less payment we split the money by.
No,
This is why you'll never get professional like me.
Guys, can we start? Can we save
Yeah.
these arguments for after we get our friend out of the evil king's throne room?
Fine.
How about we roll for initiative? So, everybody roll a d20, add your initiative modifier, which would be your dexterity
I'll
mod.
ask about that.
Sturdy mod.
Initiative. Ooh, natural 20, 21.
Roasty has rolled an 11.
Alright, Norman got 21.
An 8
All right.
total.
Sorry, but
Alright, how much was that?
8.
14.
I'm Matt got 14. What did Perry get?
I'm sorry. Which dice are we rolling?
1d20.
Roll the
We're
d20.
rolling for initiative.
20. D20.
Yes.
Now, unfortunately, you are still exhausted, and initiative is an ability check, so at disadvantage.
So I rolled a 6.
All right, and add your initiative modifier.
Oh. Got it. Mumen, where's the initiative at?
That's your dexterity modifier.
Oh, sorry. So dexterity?
Yep.
It's a +3.
Okay, so that would be 9. And what did Tappy get? Let's see. Armstrong, you are currently muted.
14.
14. All right. And what did the mighty Skeletor, all caps, get?
Oh, I thought I was in the dungeon, but
The
let's
mighty
go.
Skeletor's here? Like he's not in the dungeon?
He is in the dungeon, but we're going into initiative, so he's going to be able to put his plan into action while you guys are in the combat.
He rolled an 11.
Okay. All right, so it looks like the first one up is Norman the Fearless.
Oh, how
Right on,
appropriate.
man. Like I have it in my mind to just go up and attack that king.
All right, it will take a dash action to make your way up the stairs.
Let's
Although
see.
with your extra movement speed, you can get a little bit closer in that time.
So, like, can I make it to him this turn?
You can, but you'll have to use your action to do so.
So, like, I can't attack him.
That is correct. And remember, there's a long winding stairway you got to go up to get there.
Like, I have a bow. Could I run and shoot him, or...
With your 40 feet of movement, you can use all that movement to get to the top of the stairs and then try to shoot him. So yes, you can do that.
Like, that sounds good to me, man. Norman the Fearless runs up the stairs, and he draws his bow, and draws the arrow, and he shouts, "Accept this as tribute, you vile fiend!"
Wait, what? Is this
And
what
then
it-
he, like, shoots his arrow at the king, man.
It's called role-playing, Matt. All right, roll to hit.
Yeah, you've missed a lot. He is great at voices.
Alright, so, like, rolling d20. I roll a 15, plus 1 on dexterity is 16.
Don't forget to add your proficiency bonus if it's a weapon you're proficient in.
Oh, yeah, it is, man. So 16 plus 3 is 19, man.
19 hits, roll damage.
Fantastic. Damage is, what's that with the short bow?
Purple
1d6?
is d6 plus dex.
Sure. 1d6 plus, so I rolled a 5 plus 1, 6 damage?
He takes it. And at your
Right
level,
on,
you have
man.
2 attacks per round, so go ahead and take your second shot.
Sweet. Ooh, I rolled a 3.
That one is going to miss.
Zoinks, man. I got one good
Alright.
hit in.
Yeah.
Next up, both Tappy and Matt got a 14, so what are your dexterity modifiers?
Well, I rolled a
3.
13. Oh, my dexterity modifier is a 1. Oh, wait, no, wait, a
okay.
+2. +2.
All right, it sounds like Tappy's going first, and then Matt.
You want to do something together, Tappy? I don't feel like,
Yes, well, can Norman see me from the base of the... Can Norman hear me from the base of the stairs?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Then I'm
Loud
going to
and
use
clear,
one
buddy.
of my maneuvers, and I'm going to rally him to give him a temporary hit point bonus, because I get the feeling he may need it.
All right, how many temp
Or
HP
it's
is
a
that?
bonus action.
Yep.
Actually, can I move up first and then do that?
You absolutely can. If you use your
Okay,
action to
let's
dash,
go
you
up
can
the
make your way all the way
stairs.
up the stairs and into the
Look at
room,
me, Robert,
and you can use your bonus action to do that.
And then, yeah, up the stairs, and then use the bonus action to rally Norman.
All right,
Roll
Norman has
my
been rallied.
superiority die. Right. It's a 2. Plus 2 for the charisma bonus. Congratulations, Norman. You now have 4 additional hit points.
Thanks, dude. I'll put it to good use.
I hope so.
I guess I'll follow your lead. I'm going to... I don't feel like fighting. I'm moving closer to the stairs, and... Can I use Bardic Inspiration right now?
Absolutely. Who would you like to inspire?
Because I know this person's going to most likely do something stupid. Cool.
All right. What
I
do
am
you say
vastly
to get Bardic
offended.
Inspiration?
Oh, I rolled a 5.
That's nice, but this is a role-playing game. You actually have to say what you're saying to inspire him.
What?
And he gets that D8 to add
No,
on to the
no.
roll.
Whoa, Mumen. I played along this far. Can't you just pretend that I like?
Nah, you gotta do it.
What?
How else can we know he's inspired?
Yeah, man. Come on, Matt.
Come on,
You
man.
got
It's the
words?
game. You wanted to play, right?
Inspire
Are you
me.
supposed to be the best? Put your
Ugh.
money where your
Make it
mouth
happen.
is.
Aren't you supposed to be a platinum record seller?
Okay.
See that gold.
First rock star
We're getting the
Mars,
big
wherever
gold
that
here.
is.
You better knock his ass out, or there's a signed CD with my name on it at your doorstop.
That's
All
pretty
right.
inspiring for me to want to knock him out, but I'll take it.
Bardic Inspiration, you have a D8.
Oh God! Oh, I'm gonna be
And you,
sick.
do you move up the stairs or do you stay down there and just inspire?
I stay down here, dejected by how low I have succumbed.
All right. Then next up in the initiative order is Roasty.
That hurt. That really hurt.
Okay. Since the Fire King is right in front of Roasty, Roasty will also attack the Fire King.
All right. What are you attacking him with? It's your warlock, so I'm guessing you have Eldritch Blast.
Yes.
All right. Then go ahead and make a spell attack roll. So D20 plus Charisma plus Proficiency.
Okay. D20. 19 plus Charisma is 3.
Plus Proficiency, that is going to be a 25. That is a hit. Your Eldritch Blast does D10 damage.
Okay, so I have to roll D10. Any bonuses to that D10?
Do you have the Agonizing Blast invocation?
I don't think I do.
All right, then it's just the D10.
Okay, I rolled a D10. Like
Yep,
10.
that is your damage.
Yeah.
You got a 10. All right, cool. And you have
Perfect
2
10,
blasts.
man. Right on.
So go ahead and make your second attack.
I make a second attack. Ooh,
You get 2 blast action at level 5.
nice. Okay, let's 20 again. 17.
17 will hit.
Yes. And then roll another D10.
Yep.
5. Plus the
Alright.
modifier. Oh, no, there's no modifier. Yes, just 5.
All right, you still blast him a couple times with your spicy eldritch might. And he looks at you and he glowers. Is that all you've got? And now, the mighty Skeletor, one word, all caps.
All right, so
You're in a
last I was on my way to the dungeon, and I was being escorted by 2 human-sized beings of fire. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right, I'm looking as I'm being escorted. What do I see when looking around?
You see a lot of the same, a lot of walls made of metal, the decorations of just glowing embers on the walls. The stairs are also made of metal, but as you get further down, you can actually see that the walls are now more made of dirt as you get underground.
Ah,
Mm.
I would
I'll
like
be
to
pretty-
ask these people, is this where you bury your prisoners?
They look at you, and they speak in a language that you don't understand.
Oh God, I know where this is going.
I know exactly where this is going.
Let's see, do I have anything special?
Let's see. Do you have a way of comprehending languages? They are speaking Ignan.
Oh, I do. Okay. So, do I get an answer?
Let's see. Do you have comprehend languages as a spell, or do you have a helm of comprehend languages? I'm going to take that as a no, so you do not understand what they say. However, as they throw you in the cell, you do see that there are a few skeletons lying in there, clearly from previous adventurers who had once made their way down there.
Oh, how wonderful for me. How lucky. And they're in my cell, if I'm correct, right?
That is correct.
Well, then, I would love to cast one of my level 5 wizard spells called Animate Dead.
Alright, that is a third level spell. You've used one third level spell slot, so you use your second one to cast that. But yes, you begin the animation process. Now, for the sake of expediency, the spell does take time, but I'm going to assume that you started doing that as soon as you were thrown down there. So
That
we'll
is
say that.
correct.
Yep, so we'll say that at the end of this turn, your spell finishes, and you will have the undead minions. You will have 2 skeletons under your control.
Yes. Your move.
As a matter of fact, it is the Lord of the Heat. You can tell at this point he's an Afridi. So what he does is he looks at the two of you, and he raises his hands, and fire appears in each one. And he flings his hands out, first throwing a bolt of flame at Norman the Fearless.
Bring it on, man. I'm not afraid of some fire.
That is a 19 to hit.
Zoinks. So, like, what do I compare against that?
That is against your armor class. What is your AC?
My armor class, I think it's 14.
Cool, so that is a hit, dealing 15 fire damage to you.
Ouch!
Yep. The second flame he throws at Roasty.
Oh.
Ooh, but I rolled a natural 1, so the fire fizzles.
Ha ha! I would be Fire King.
Good luck.
Alright, it is now over to Harry Keith.
Ah. Well, I'm gonna fly up here and see if we can knock.
Yep, with your flight, you can bypass the stairs altogether, and you just fly right up to the top. You enter the room. You see what's going on up there.
Wings.
Bird person, man.
Is it still my turn?
It is.
Ah. Well, it's time to kick out the jams, and I think I'm gonna throw a thunder wave this dude's way.
Ooh, alright. Thunder Wave, so that is going to be a Constitution save for him. What is your save DC?
I'm sorry?
So your save DC is the roll they have to make to not take the full effect. It would be 8 plus proficiency plus charisma modifier. So what is your charisma modifier?
My charisma modifier? Is that the little number?
It is, yes.
It's a +2.
Plus 2, so that is a DC 13 he has to make. And he rolls a 14, so he makes a save, so he will take half damage from this.
And do I roll now?
You roll damage, and he will take half of it.
So it's a 2d8 that I roll? Or what?
Yep, give it a roll.
I gotta say, President Mike's ingenuity is very in
2d8,
character.
Yep.
2 of go. Let's go for a chart topper. Oh, that was a flop. I got a 1.
Alright, 1
Roll again.
and...
7.
So that would be 8 damage. He made the save, so he takes 4. But still, you fly up, you get in his face, and you unleash that thunderous wave, which strikes the Afridi.
Very nice.
It's now Coolstun's turn.
Distance between me and him.
Let's see. So it is about 40 feet to get up the stairs, and he's another 30 feet away.
Okay. I forgot about something. I also have a feat that gives me plus 10 speed, so I have 50 speed. I forgot about that earlier, and I apologize.
No worries.
So let's see. At what point on the staircase would I have to be in order to be able to make my next roll, my next action, per se, a charge attack against him? How far up would I have to be?
So when you get 50 feet up, which is your movement, you can see, 40 feet up, so a little under your full movement. You get to the top of the stairs, then you've got a straight shot through the door towards the Lord of Heat.
Okay. Is the door big enough to stand behind in order to not be in his line of fire in case he decides to fire out the door for whatever reason?
Yes, but you would have to move to the side to so that he would be out of your line of sight as well.
Okay. I'll just run up the stairs for now. It's fine.
Okay. You can get to the top of the stairs and have some movement left. Now, as a monk, you have enough key points to use a bonus action to dash if you so wish. That would allow you to get into his face.
Would I be able to make an attack roll after that?
You would.
You know what? Let's spend one of my key points. We'll go down to 4 and let's get in his face. And
Make it count,
I
you
have-
son of a bitch.
I have 2 attacks.
Language.
Bia.
So with his bardic inspiration, since I have 2 attacks, would I be rolling a d8 for both of them or just one of them?
Just one of them, and you can choose which one, or you can save it for later. You could also add it to a damage roll.
You know what? I'll save it for the damage roll.
Okay, roll the hit.
Let's see. Well, one of them is not. I rolled a 3 on one of the dice. But
The 3 is going to miss.
A 12 plus. I forget what I'm supposed to add here. I apologize. It has been a little bit.
Proficiency and dexterity modifier.
Proficiency and dexterity modifier. So my dexterity is 3, which is 15. I am proficient, which is a plus 3.
So that is a hit.
Fantastic. So let's take that damage. That's 2d8 at this point, or is it 1d6?
1d8 and 1d6. The
1d8,
d6 from your
1d6.
normal unarmed damage, the d8 if you add the inspiration.
Yep, add an inspiration. Here we go. And we've got 10 damage. 2 5.
All right.
Is 10
Punch him for
damage
10.
good? Is it good? I don't know. You're all saying numbers.
Well, I got a
It's better
5
than
on my 6-sided die, so that's pretty good. And then I got another 5 on my 8-sided die, which is higher on the curve, you could say.
It's above average. Oh, and don't forget to add your
Better than
dexterity
9.
modifier.
Not quite as good
Oh,
as that.
which is plus 3, so that's another 3 damage, so 13.
Sorry, question?
No?
Armstrong, did you say something?
No.
Making
All right,
sure.
cool. So, sounded like you were asking something. All right, so top of the round, Norman.
Right on, man. Norman wants to get right in there.
All right, you move up. And are you going to go into a barbarian rage?
Yeah, man, he hit me with some of that fire, and I don't think Norman likes that at all. I think that makes Norman angry. Norman goes into a barbarian rage. He goes into a frenzy, man.
All right, start making your attacks.
All right.
Is
Norman
going
lifts-
to say... Oh, there. Never mind. Took the question out of my mouth.
Norman lifts up his great axe, and he rolls for his first attack. Also, make this a reckless attack, man.
All right, roll at advantage.
2d20s. That's, one of them is a natural 20.
Oh, roll them crits. All right. So roll your damage dice twice for that attack.
Huzzah.
All right.
Why do you nerds geek out over
That's
a
a
20 so much?
1d12.
Because it
So
means doing better
that's
than
a
you.
3 and an
4
8.
times 5.
All right, plus your strength modifier.
Strength modifier is plus 3.
So that would be 11, 14, and then an extra 2 damage from raging, so 16 damage.
Right on, man. And like, I have the Great Weapon Master feat.
So you can use a bonus action for another attack. So that was your
Right
first
on,
attack. You
man.
got 2 more.
Sweet.
I'm sorry. You used your bonus action to rage this turn, so you still just get the 1 more.
Oh, all right, man. That's fine. Norman only needs 1 more. With another d20, I roll 13.
13 plus.
13 plus 6, I think.
That is going to hit. And don't forget, you are still reckless, so you have advantage.
Oh, all right then. And yeah, so that'll definitely hit. So that's another d12 for the damage.
That is correct.
Yes, it's a 12. Plus 3 is
All right.
15 more damage.
Plus your raging bonus, so 17 damage. Alright, you chop into him twice, and you see sparks fly off with every blow, and the Afridi staggers back, clutching the wounds, and he is not happy about this. But now it is Tappy's turn.
Okay. If I run up to melee, is that going to use an action?
No, that is just your movement.
Okay. Let's move up to within melee range. And I'm going to action surge.
Ooh, even more attacks, alright. So you
I'm
get
gonna
2
go to
actions
town
now.
with the rapier. Actually, can I also burn a distracting strike with this also, one of the maneuver dice, or is it
Absolutely.
too much? Okay.
Go for it.
Let's burn the distracting strike, which means I get a bonus bonus D8, and the next attack by another ally is with advantage. As it is, I have 2 attacks per round, plus the third from the action surge. Okay, so I'm using the rapier.
Actually, that would be
it's a
4
+1
attacks.
rapier. I noted it as such. That was my. So we're going to add that plus 3 for weapon proficiency, plus 3 for dexterity because it's a finesse weapon. So I believe
So
I add
D20
7 to
plus
my
6.
roll.
7, yes. You got the +1.
7,
D20
okay.
plus 7, you're right.
All right, let me roll my d20. It's 11.
11 plus the 7 is going to be 18, which is a hit.
Okay, and that's going to be 1d8 plus 1 for the magic and plus 3 for the dexterity,
And then you add on the extra D8 for the distracting strike.
and an extra d8. Yes, so that's going to be okay. So
2d8 plus
2d8
4.
plus 4. Okay, a 2, a 6. So that's 12 to start with.
Alright, that was your first attack. Go ahead and take your second.
All right. So a 2. Tough luck. Plus 7 is
That
9.
is going to miss.
Okay, and one
Yep.
more.
2 more, actually. You action
What?
third, so you have an extra action. That,
Oh.
and with your multi-attack, when you use an action to attack, you get 2 attacks. So you have 2 more.
Outstanding.
I just
All right,
hear a
this
bunch
one
of
I rolled a
numbers.
15. So plus 7, it's 22.
That is a hit. And Matt, maybe if you learn numbers, you'd actually be better at this.
Look, the only numbers I really care about are how many people come to my concerts. This is hard to follow, okay?
Oh, that would be why you can't seem to go above the single digits. I apologize.
Hey!
It's a good
Mumen.
Now he's doing the
Mwah.
best he can.
That was spicy.
Perfect.
Okay, so on this one, I rolled a 1 for the damage.
Right.
Plus
Can't go above single digits.
whatever comes.
Plus 4,
One
so
plus-
5.
5, okay. And then one more attack roll. That is a 9 plus 7 will be 16.
16 will miss.
Ah. So I got a couple of limits in.
You did. And it is now over to Matashita's turn.
I'm still feeling dejected at the bottom of the staircase. Okay, I'm at the bottom of the staircase, right?
You are.
How close is Skeletor's horde of people coming on?
They are making their way up the dungeon stairs right now.
Well, in that case, it's time for me to do what I do best. Inspire others to be heroic. I got inspiring leadership. How do I use it?
You need 10 minutes to give an inspiring speech.
Oh, wonderful.
Like, do we have that kind of time?
Well, you're in
Oh, the
combat
mighty
right
Skeletor
now.
and his minions would love nothing more than to listen to an inspiring speech.
In combat, each round is 6 seconds, so 10 rounds is 1 minute. So if you start now, in 60 rounds, you will have your in a lot of rounds, you'll have that done.
Well, it's more important that since I'm a hero, there's no quit. No matter impossible the task, I do it because that is what makes Matishita the greatest hero ever. How many turns did you
could just use your bardic inspiration ability.
Yes, I will do that instead. How do I do it?
Okay, that is a bonus action. Who are you inspiring?
I want to inspire. Well, I'm going to inspire the person who gets me the most leaders. So, the mighty Skeletor.
Oh,
what do you say,
how
Skeletor?
wonderful.
Here.
Repeat that again, Mumen.
What do you say to inspire him?
Please.
Skeletor, there's a lot of good people upstairs doing good things. Don't you want to ruin the party and introduce some evil to the mix?
I may need a little bit more inspiration, Matt. Could you a little bit more for the mighty Skeletor?
The mighty Skeletor. There are a lot of good people up there doing good things, and they're going to beat the fire elemental. But you know who's not there, Skeletor? He-Man. So if you go up there with your mighty Skeletor army and destroy the fire elemental, you will add another accomplishment to your long growing list of accomplishments that you have done that He-Man has not done.
Yes. Inspire.
All right, you have the D8 bardic inspiration die. That is a bonus action, so Matt, you still have a movement and a regular action to take.
I'm going up the
This
stairs.
stream is rated E for everyone, correct?
So far.
Okay.
I'm going up the stairs.
Sorry.
All right, you make your way up the stairs.
And then I hide behind the biggest person nearby.
The biggest person nearby is currently in the middle of the room, but you can, duck behind the door frame.
The door frame sounds sturdy. I stay there. Suckers.
Okay. You are hiding behind the door frame, like the brave hero you think you are. Let's see. After Matishita is Roasty.
See.
Give him hell, Roasty.
Yes. Roasty saw that he had a very good advantage, Eldritch Blast, so he chooses to do it again.
Okay, roll the hit.
He has rolled an 11 with, what are the modifiers again?
Proficiency and charisma.
So plus 6 to 11, so 17.
17 will hit.
I will roll a d10 for damage. Natural 10!
All right, full damage from that
on,
Eldritch
dude.
Blast. Go ahead and make your second attack.
Okay. Second attack is a 10 plus 6, so 16.
Will miss.
Miss, okay.
Yep. You guys have found out what the armor class is. You need to hit 17 or higher.
Very good, very good.
And following that is the mighty Skeletor. You're making your way up the stairs with the skeleton army. You got the bardic inspiration. What do you do?
We would like to make it all the way up the top of the stairs. I will order my 2 minions to start charging at the king. I myself am just far enough away. Am I able to cast a lightning bolt at this point?
Not at this point. To make your way all the way up the stairs, you will need to use your dash action. But on your next one, you'll be able to.
Well then, I will use, I think I have a thing called Expeditious Retreat. Am I allowed?
That is a spell that doubles your movement speed. Let me just look that one up to see the time it takes to cast. It is a bonus action to cast. So, yes, you can cast that. That would double your movement speed. Let's see. So you can make your way all the way up to the top of the stairs, and then you can still cast normal spell. However, you did use a spell slot to cast Expeditious Retreat, so you will have to cast a cantrip. That will be one of your 0 level spells.
A Camtra, alright.
Cantrip.
In that case... Ooh, I have a wonderful suggestion. There's this little tiny spell, called Prestidigitation. It's a little magic show, and I'm going to perform it for the king. Because he needs to be distracted by something that he sees coming. So I would love... Sounds like I just broke someone. Sounds
You
like
distracted
Armstrong?
Armstrong.
Other direction. Point it in the other direction.
Alright. As you were, Skeletor.
So yes, I would like to cast Prestidigitation and create a distraction for the king to look elsewhere, away from the way that my skeletons are running.
Alright. So, you expeditiously dash up the stairs. You enter the room, and you use your Prestidigitation to create a dramatic effect as you enter. Just like sparkles appearing around you.
Dramatic entrance. Your hero is here, CWF.
And the Afridi looks over at you and goes, I thought I locked you away. I will count that as using the help action for the next person to attack him. So he is currently distracted. The next attack will have advantage. And it looks like the next attack is actually his own. So currently we have, let's see, we've got Cool Stun and Norman in his face. Everyone else is a little farther away. So he pulls
Talk
out...
about that time where I'm
But his face
bravely
didn't-
hiding behind the doorway.
Yes, you are hiding behind the doorway.
Bravely.
Bravely.
Brave.
The Afridi pulls out a scimitar, and flames dance around it. As he starts swinging, he'll make his first attack against Norman. You recklessly attacked him, so he has advantage. So that is going to be a 24 to hit.
Like that's
Hero
over my
four.
armor class.
Yeah, he rolled maximum damage. That is going to be 18 slashing damage, but you reduce that down to 9 because you are raging. But you take an additional 4 fire damage.
So like 13 damage.
Yep, his second attack will then be at Cool Stun. That is going to be a 21 to hit. It's going to be 14 slashing damage and 7 fire, for 21 in total.
To Norman?
To you, to Cool Stun.
Oh, to me. How much was that? 21, you said?
21.
That's a lot
Whoa.
of damage, man.
Ow. Yeah, that is a lot of damage. That takes me down to
Unfortunate for you.
12. I am at 12.
Welcome to the boss fight. Alright, and up next is Perry Keith.
Alright, so we were talking about, Roasty and the heat earlier, so following him, I think I'm gonna use the cloud. Wait. How far is this dude from me?
You flew to the top of the stairs, so he's about 30 feet away from you at this moment.
And if I recall, I am giving her a bonus. I believe our person is getting a bonus, aren't they?
Yes, the attack will have advantage.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna use that because it's only for 20 feet, so he'd be outside it.
Alright, you can, of course, move 10 feet closer and cast it.
Okay, well, I'll do that then.
Alright, what are you casting?
The stinking cloud.
The stinking cloud?
Okay.
It's fitting with Roasty here.
You're not making this up, are you?
That is, in fact, an actual spell. It is a 3rd level spell. Now, I will mention that the cloud creates a 20-foot radius. that would affect your allies as well. So are you sure you want to go ahead and cast that?
Maybe not. I think there's a lot of them close by, right?
Yeah, you've got at least two people in
Yes.
close range, and if anyone else tries to move in there, then it'll also impact them.
I'm there too. I'm
You know what I'll do? I'm just gonna yell some nice insults at this guy really loud,
Stepping out of that in there.
and we'll throw out
Sorry.
the vicious mockery. Why don't we do
Okay.
that?
You insult him, and he fails the save. That is going to be 2d4 psychic damage.
Alright. Is this
And
a D4?
disadvantage for him?
Uh,
That's a D4?
yes, he will have disadvantage on his next attack. Okay, 3, and
Is
roll it
this a
twice.
D4?
that is d4, yes.
Thank you. Sorry.
The Caltron.
3 and a 4.
Okay, he takes 7 psychic damage, and his next attack will have disadvantage. Let's see. And yes, because you did not use a melee attack, an attack roll, the next attack against him will still have advantage, both from the distracting strike that Tepi used earlier, and from the dramatic entrance.
By
Next
the
up
mighty
is
Skeletor.
Presentation. Oh no. Cool stun.
Let's see.
Knock him out, man.
It is time for another 2 attacks.
all right, and you have advantage on the first one.
Ooh, which means I need another d20. 1 second.
Punch him with whatever fiery giblets he may have.
All right. Probably no hits here. All low rolls. We've got. Oh wait, no, yeah, I can take higher of the 2. So we have +3, 14 and 16.
Unfortunately, those will both miss.
Yeah, that's all right.
You can, however, use a key point to try and make 2 more attacks as a bonus action.
You know what? Let's do that. Let's do a flurry of blows and see what we can get. Is it still going to be advantaged or is it disadvantaged?
It will not.
It will not be advantaged. Okay. All right. Well, one of them is hitting because we got a 19 plus 6. That's a 25.
That is most certainly a hit.
Right on.
Nice.
I'm gonna punch this Ifrit in his face. And we've got 11 damage.
Okay. He takes it, and he is not looking good. It looks like you guys are slowly but steadily chipping him away.
Does anybody know anything to heal people? Because I could use a heal right about now.
We have 2 bards. Bards can both take healing spells.
I have
If
cure
anyone did.
wound.
Wait, bards could get spells? I mean, well, obviously my audiences and fans are spellbound by me every time I come into a room, so
Real
Yeah,
bards
yeah,
can
it
get
does.
spells, unlike posers. I have
Yeah.
cure wounds that I can use. When do I use that though?
when was I
You can
supposed
pass
to
it on
get
your turn.
when was I supposed to get
Okay.
spells?
At first level, Matt.
Character creation process.
Maybe I could have gotten
It's called
spells.
reading
Well,
a book.
He doesn't read.
I know.
I read fan
No.
mail. Does that count?
No, I don't even think you read that. The only thing you probably read is how much money you're making off of contract, and that's it. Not whether or not you're selling your life away or your soul, which you probably have a dozen times over.
You know what I've
An
read?
occasional, sorry.
Look, you know what I've read? I've read a title defense contract, something that nobody else here has read except Skeletor.
Yes,
if you
the
wanna talk
mighty
about-
Skeletor.
So if we want to talk about who's a failure and not, you better STF you right now. It doesn't read.
He's a little hot-headed. It's a little warm in here, but I was able to cool down in the dungeon.
Well, at any rate, it is now Norman the Fearless's turn.
Right on, man. It's tabletop terror time.
Get him, Norman.
Woo! Yeah.
Make
I
it
think
happen.
Norman wants to just swing his axe at him some more. He's still frenzied.
Go for it.
And can I do a reckless attack again?
Yes, you can.
Right on. Let's see,
Runs all the best
D20. D20, I roll. First roll is 11. I make another roll, right? Because of the
Advantage, yes.
advantage. All right, well, the second one's a 4. So I'm going to take the 11.
All right,
Plus
and
6 is 17.
which just hits.
Right on. And that's a D12 for damage. That's a 5 plus the 3 strength plus 2 rage. So that's 10 damage, right?
He takes it. And your
Right
second
on.
attack?
Second attack, rolling the D20. This one's not advantage, though.
You are reckless, so it is.
I thought reckless was only for the first attack of the turn.
All your attacks this round are reckless.
Right on, man. I won't say no to that. All right. Let's see. We got a 16 and an 8.
With the 16 plus modifiers, that will hit.
The 16 will definitely hit. Roll for damage. That's a 4. Plus the strength and rage. That's 9 damage.
All right, you are chipping him away slowly but steadily, striking with your axe, blow after blow, knocking away bits of flame that is composing his body.
And Norman is just screaming while he swings his axe around. He's like, "Rah!"
And I believe you can have a bonus action attack as a frenzy, given your barbarian archetype.
Yeah, man. Rolling the D20s again. 13 and 18.
That will hit.
Those will definitely hit. Rolling a D12 again. That's an 11.
11 damage. Or is that 11 without
11,
modifiers?
11 base roll plus the 5 bonus is 16.
It's looking bad. You're slowly chipping away at him, making him hurt more and more with each blow. It looks like you're wearing him down. Next up, Tapanada.
Alrighty. Well, I've got a
Oh
bonus
yeah,
action.
and Norman screams out, "Don't look at that light show, look at me!"
Alright,
Okay.
Teppy, as you were.
Norman, does Shaggy have unanswered anger issues we should all be concerned with?
No, he's just a little, he needs a Snickers.
Like, that's just for me and my shrink to deal with, man. You don't need to worry about it.
Something tells me I'm grateful I never had a match with you.
There's no way to go, but anyway, I'm going to use Rally to help Puff there. It seems to be hurting a bit. Come on, get it back up on your feet. Punch them. I'll roll another D8. The 7 plus 2, 9 temporary hit points to the monk.
Sweet.
That's not
And
bad.
now, I will continue my flurry of blows with the rapier on the evil Fire King. I get 2 attacks around, so first roll, and it's going to be plus 7 for to hit. So first roll is a 17 plus 7 is 24.
That is a hit.
All right. Now let's roll the D8 for that. That is a 4 plus 1 plus 3.
8 damage.
Four.
You
8
stab
damage,
it great.
okay. Sorry?
Yep. You stab it good. And your second attack?
All right. Second attack is a 10 plus 7. No, it should be a 17.
That is just a hit.
Nice. All right. Let's roll this again. 8, 7. I rolled a 7. Plus 5 is 12.
All right, once more, you stab repeatedly, striking it with the grace and finesse of the Armstrong family line, and you feel it weakening with every blow. Matt, it is your turn.
We got him on the ropes, guys.
It's time for me to make my debut on stage. I bravely charge the Fire King with my rapier in hand, and I thrust at its heart.
Roll to hit.
But first I say to Teppy, that was a nice strike, but let me show you how Ishida does it. And I roll 2 is good, right?
No.
2 is the opposite of good.
2, I mean, I mean, it's second place. So it's that means it's the second best
Second
result.
place.
Alright. Go ahead and add your modifiers onto that.
Which
Your
modifier is it?
proficiency and your dexterity modifier.
So that's dexterity is 5, and my proficiency from what skill?
Your proficiency is a 3.
Oh, proficiency is a 3. Oops, it's a 3, and my dexterity modifier. You said?
Yes.
Dexterity modifier is so that's I had 5 total, so that's a 7.
That is going to be a 7. You needed to hit 17. You missed by 10.
Can we lower that? I mean, it's my first time playing. Come on, this game.
You do get a second. No, you get your second attack at next level. So, would you like to use a bonus action to try inspiring anyone again, or just gonna end your turn there?
Yeah. Is there any drawback to me using a bonus action? I always like to take everything.
You have a number of bardic inspirations to grant equal to your charisma modifier.
Oh,
You've used 2 so far.
so that means I have 1 more. That case.
Use it wisely.
Okay. All right. Timeout, team. Who's the best one?
Well, it's obviously the mighty Skeletor. I have made my grand entrance. My army of the dead is running towards this king. And my next turn, I'm certain that he will be struck down.
Good. Got it. Shaggy, you get it.
What?
Like me? I don't think Norman needs your help, man, but if you wanna.
DM, Mumen, who's done the most damage to this creature? Have you been keeping track?
I have. The most damage output is, in fact, Norman. But here's the thing. Matt, you asked who's the best here, and that is not a question that you can really answer in Dungeons & Dragons. No one is exactly the best because each of these classes have things that they bring to the table that no other class does. For
I
example...
got an army of the dead.
Yes, Skeletor has an army of the dead.
Yeah, we're
He's
all
got
right.
necromancy spells and the offensive firepower. Shaggy, he's definitely got the most damage output. It comes at a risk with the reckless attacks, but he can still hit them really hard. Major Armstrong, you have got the skill and the finesse to add all these different effects onto your blows. We have our bards who can inspire and cast spells and dazzle their opponents. We have the warlock powers that Spicy Burrito is bringing on that draw magical energy from a pact made with an unknown entity. And then we have monks like Puff's character who have trained themselves to turn their very bodies into a living weapon. There is no best character. There is the party. What matters is that the party gets through this. Think of it like being the Digidestined. You may not have had the most powerful Digimon, or the smartest Digimon, or the one with the most meaning to it, or maybe your contributions weren't exactly the best, but
Hey!
you were there. You contributed. With the exception of that time that Cherrymon made you turn against your friends, you contributed.
Oh, I am so sorry. That was really funny.
Fine.
Oh, I appreciate that, Shane. So much.
I hope you're all enjoying this right now.
Oh, I am. I very much am.
Can I inspire myself?
Yes, you can.
I don't think he can after that roast.
Beautiful.
You know what? I'm going to hold on to it for now.
Roasty.
We'll see what
Okay.
happens later.
That
It is
an
my
option
last.
too.
It is my last one.
It is now Roasty's turn.
Yes. I feel like Roasty, and Spicy Burrito agrees. I think Roasty can probably end it with these, with his next Eldritch bolts. So he's gonna do that again.
Like, I
Give
sure
it a go.
hope so.
Roll to hit. Oh no! There's a 2. Even
That
with
is-
modifiers.
All right, your second blast.
Try again.
Make this one count, man.
It's a 9 plus modifiers 15.
I'm afraid that will also miss.
Oh no.
Then it is over to Skeletor.
Oh, how the mighty kings have fallen. Look at you. Not a few minutes ago, I was here groveling at your knees, and now look at you. A worthless, pathetic, tiny little wick of a candle left. And it's time to blow out the candles. I send my army to strike him. And I myself cast my ultimate spell, Lightning Bolt.
All right, you have to position yourself a little bit so you don't get your allies with the lightning bolt. But if you move off to the side, especially with the bonus movement from Expeditious Retreat, you do have a line through him.
There's one thing I know, it's about expeditiously retreating.
What is your save DC? Can you make the save? That would be H plus your intelligence modifier, plus proficiency.
My
So what is
intelligence
it?
modifier is +3.
Okay, so that would be DC 14. And he makes a save, so he will take half damage, but that is still going to be 8d6 lightning damage.
Zoinks! 8d6?
So I roll a 6, correct?
You roll a d6 8 times.
Yeah.
8 times.
Wow.
And add it all together.
Go do.
He could do possibly 48 damage.
Yep.
Then
It's a
let's
high-level
make
spell.
this count.
Good job, Matt. You got the answer.
8d6. Roll. I rolled a 5, a
Wait,
4,
wait,
a 2,
stop.
or what?
I was gonna say before you roll, let's make this count, everyone. Skeletor. Skeletor.
Skeletor.
Skeletor.
You got this.
And raise your hands, pump the sky. Let everyone know that it is I, the mighty Skeletor. I rolled a 33.
All right, 33. He made the save, so he takes half damage. Rounding down, that is going to be 16 damage. But still, your lightning bolt blasts him, and he staggers back from the blow, electricity sparking off the metal jewelry he's wearing. He's looking very weak. He holds himself up, and he goes, "You are no ruler. No true ruler would dare grovel themselves in such a way. But I admit, your magical might is still formidable." He still stands. You have 2 skeletons that you commanded to attack. Let me go
Yes.
and pull up these skeleton stats.
Am I doing that?
I'm getting that for you, but you will still need to make the attack rolls. They have a +4 to hit, so go ahead and roll.
A D6 or a D20?
D20.
And do I roll for both of them?
Yes, they each get 1 attack.
2.
Okay, so that one is going to miss.
I rolled a 2 and an 18.
The 18 will hit, so D6 plus 2 piercing damage as he stabs the Ifriti with a short sword.
How will this guy die?
He's almost there, man. Just a couple more hits in.
You're this close. He's barely hanging on there.
Now I will just watch him suffer.
All right, how much damage was that from your skeleton's attack?
It was 2 and 18 was my roll.
Right, so a D6 plus 2 damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you still gotta roll the damage that you do.
I'm more impressed that Skeletor is able to hold so many die in his hand.
That was a 5.
7.
All right,
There,
your skeleton runs up and he stabs the Ifriti with his sword, and the Ifriti looks and goes, "Didn't I kill you?" And now it is the Ifriti's turn. Yeah, he is not doing good, but he claps his hands and he shoots him out, and a wall of fire shoots through the area. Can everybody in front of him please give me a dexterity save?
Who's in front of it? That's pretty much
Dexterity.
all of us.
Everyone,
I am in front.
everyone
You're
who's
not in
melee.
I
front.
think my
You're
skeletons are
behind.
right in front of him.
Yes, the skeletons, Matt, Puff, Shaggy, Armstrong, you guys are all in there as he makes this wall of fire circle around him.
20.
All right.
So, like,
Dexterity.
I have a danger sense, so that gives me advantage on dexterity saving throws, right?
Yes, it does.
Perfect,
And I've got
man.
acrobatics, so that would help as
see.
well, correct?
How very thematic, Shaggy.
Acrobatics is a skill that would not help in this case.
Oh well.
Okay.
Sorry,
Dexterity
what
is.
dice am I supposed to roll?
Let's see. Perry Keith has not gone quite within that range, I believe.
But
Okay.
that's me. I'm in that range.
So it's
Roll-
like I rolled an 8 plus 1 is 9. Like, I don't think that's gonna be enough.
I rolled for my two skelly boys, and unfortunately they rolled a 1 and a 4.
Oh,
Oy.
I rolled
All
a
right,
9.
so that was a DC 15. So everybody who got 15 or above will take half damage. Everyone who rolled below is going to take the full, as he casts a wall of fire. It's going to be.
And this
All
wall,
right.
Gotta grab
this,
a few
this
sheets
wall of
here.
fire is only for the people in front of him, or is it everybody?
Just the ones in front of him.
Okay.
Making sure I calculated this right. I rolled a 9. Dexterity is one of my proficiencies, so the dexterity modifier is 2, and then I also added a +3 to it. Correct?
Correct.
So that is a 14. So I do not make
Which
it.
just fails.
I beg
That
your
is going
pardon?
to be. That is a fail. That is 19 damage on a failed save and 9 on a success.
Oh god. I have 4 HP.
Additionally, he is surrounded by this wall of flame that is hiding him. Those of you who are within that wall, you can try stepping forward to get closer to him on your turn, but you will still have to deal with the damage of the fires. Next up is Harry Keith.
and I'm outside that fire, right? So
You are,
I'm
yes.
gonna have to deal with that, right?
Big ol' wall of flame.
Well,
Like, can
and
Perry
how many-
shoot through the fire?
At disadvantage because you cannot see the Afridi within.
Hmm.
Well, how many actions do I have? 1 or 2?
How many what?
How many actions do I have to do?
You have your movement, you have your action, and you have your bonus action.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna cast a spell because I know some of our fellow adventurers here are really low on. So I'm gonna cast the Cure Wounds, which is level 1.
All right, who would you like to heal?
Who is the lowest right now? On it?
I'm good. I'm at 35.
Like, I have 17 health left, so I think I'm alright.
4.
Not including temp HP, I have 12.
Roasty is fine. He's not been hit.
The mighty Skeletor is sitting at perfectly 37.
I'm probably dipping out of the fight.
Well, you want to stay or you want to go? Matt?
Don't run away, man.
What can I
Alan,
possibly
you-
do? I'm dying. I got this sword that doesn't hit stuff, and he's got a firewall. I'm not used to doing my own combat here, okay?
Stop being so whiny and take the health. I'm gonna use it on Matt.
All right, so you fly up to Mac, you put a hand on his back as you can see half of him sticking out of the flames, and you heal him for 1d8 plus charisma.
Roll my D8.
Yes, you do.
It is an 8.
All right, and your charisma modifier is
That's the number in the little box. It's a +2.
So, like, 10 extra health?
Yep.
You're welcome.
Guess
Don't
I'll
make me
stay.
regret it. Do I have another action still?
Just like the Disney song.
Hey,
Uh,
Moomin,
it-
do I still have an action?
Uh-oh. I think Moomin is frozen.
Did we successfully kill him?
Does
No!
not seem to be moving.
Like, did we lose our DM?
Oh,
I
no.
think-
Hold on, let's find out. We have other
Actually-
forms of communication. Let's reach out to him.
Alright, sorry about that. The power got knocked out due to a monster attack, but it's been taken care of.
I blame Skeletor.
What? The mighty Skeletor? What? Oh,
What?
because
what
of
the
my
hell,
awesome
dude?
lightning bolt. It took down the entire power grid, even all the way in Z City. So, yes, definitely my bad for being so powerful.
Skeletor, we're in the middle of a game. I mean, I don't care for it, but I also don't like being interrupted.
Alright, so
Oh, also, quick
as we
question.
were.
Wait, quick question. My two skelly buddies, Sans and Papyrus, I called them. Did they survive the firewall?
Well, they both failed their saves. They took 19 damage. Skeletons have 13 HP, so you have 2 charred skeletons lying on the ground.
No!
So the Undertale fandom weeps.
I mean,
It's my-
Skeletor's more weeping than the Undertale fandom, considering they were his minions. He just
Oh, wait a
decided to
minute,
name them Papyrus and Sans.
So it's my
Wait,
turn.
I can just raise them again. It's cool. Wait. I'll come back here in like 10 minutes. All right, continue.
I mean,
Mumen,
you
it's still
already
my
used all
turn.
your 3rd level spell slots, but tomorrow you can reanimate them, yes.
Tomorrow.
Alright,
I
in the
can
meantime,
reanimate. Okay.
Cool Sun, it is your turn.
You know, we're just gonna go with the tried and true method here of punching this guy.
Yeah, man, he's almost done. I can feel it.
I got a 21 and a not gonna hit.
The 21 will hit, though. Roll for damage.
Let's do it. Got a 9.
Alright, with 9 damage, I am going to steal a phrase from a Matt that people do like, Matt Mercer, and ask, how do you want to do this?
Ooh. So I want to jump up and I want to like do a diving knee press on his shoulders to the mat, and then I just want to Ava 1 Berserker him and just start punching the crap out of his head for doing all this damage to me until, you know, he's dazed enough, pick him up, kick him, and stun him.
You absolutely do that. You leap through the fire and flame, kneeing him, grabbing his head between your legs and striking over and over and over. I mean, you use double slap and it is super effective. And then you stun him right to the ground, and as you do, you feel the vibrations go through all the metal of the tower, and the body burns away, returning back to flame. And you can see all of the fire elementals that were around, that were coming in to protect their master, they just fade out like a candle in the breeze.
I stand up, dust myself off. Well, that's done with.
As soon as you say that, the entire tower begins to shake as you realize that the fire energy holding it together is no longer there. It's going to collapse soon enough.
We need to get out of here. Let's go.
Let's get out of here.
How high are we up in the air?
You are about 3 stories up.
3 stories. Okay.
I'm straight.
Okay.
So, what do you do?
Are there any windows?
How much fall
there-
damage would I take
one
from
window.
the how much fall damage would I take from the 3 stories if I like kicked my way out?
Fall damage, let's see, it's d6 per 10 feet. If we say story is about 15 feet, that would be about 5d6 falling damage.
We ain't making that.
Well, at least you guys aren't, because
might.
the mighty Skeletor has
I can
a
see it.
hidden ability called Featherfall. So, later, suckers! And I jump out.
Alright,
I also
Skeletor leaps
have a
out the
small
circular window. Alright. Skeletor and Matt leap out the window, casting Featherfall on themselves.
I have I do have Featherfall. Yeah, I will. Yes, I do have Featherfall. And I do this.
Alright, now, Harry is an Aarakocra. You can fly out of there if you so choose.
I'm out. I'm on the wing and out of danger.
Alright. You fly out, everyone else is falling down. What about the rest of you who do not have Featherfall?
So I have
Like, I guess-
slow fall.
Okay, that will decrease the falling damage. That will actually allow you to just float to the ground gently.
Let's see. Is
jumped out
falling
the window.
damage? Does falling damage count as bludgeoning damage?
It does, yes.
Like I have resistance to that while I'm in my rage, right?
Spoken like a true rules
Yeah.
lawyer.
You absolutely do.
I wonder if I could survive that fall damage.
Would you like to try?
Yeah, man. I'm not afraid of some 3-story heights.
Raging Barbarian leaps out the window, falling to the ground, taking. Ooh, that was a pretty high roll. Let's see, 11, 17 falling damage, but you are raging, so we will have that down to 8.
Right on, man. I made it.
All right.
With
What
9
about
health
Taffy
left.
and Roasty?
Well, I've got
Taffy and Roasty.
35, so I can probably take a header out the window.
All right,
Deciding
you
whether
just
or not
decide
to aim
to
for
jump?
Matt. Poltroon.
All right, give me a acrobatics check to try and land on Matt.
What? Why me?
Let's do it. I roll a 3 plus 6 is 9.
Okay, so you're just going to take the regular falling damage.
So
You
I,
land like right beside Matt.
by the way, while Armstrong is falling beside me, I pull a Daria and limply hold my hand to the side.
Ooh, all right, I rolled pretty high. That is 19 falling damage.
La
Is there?
la 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 la.
All right, I'm at 14.
All right,
Roasty. Well, since everybody else has forgotten this very key detail that we learned from, the puny Skeletor, that we can go underground, and the underground section will protect me from any of the debris that will fall on top of me. So I race down the stairs to go underground.
all right. You run down the stairs. I would like to remind you that if you have any sorts of fire, you can make a doorway. Otherwise, going underground is a great way to be buried under several tons of metal.
But I'll be alive.
For the next 3 days.
Like, I don't know if that's the best idea, man.
Alright.
Can't you just, like, fire blast a door open?
I could.
Moomin.
But we never
Suggestion to you, my friend Roasty. How about instead the thing you do is you attempt to do like maybe a fire blast right before you hit the ground in order to soften your fall
That is true.
using the
But-
propulsion.
But we never explored what was in the dungeon.
But it's about to fall apart.
Well, the top of it is, but the dungeon is underground, meaning it's a solid foundation.
A solid foundation that the rest of the.
You're right, you'll be trapped under 40 tons of steel.
There is always a back door. There always is a back door.
It's Spicy Burrito's character. If he wants to go underground, he can go underground. I'm not saying it's a good idea. I am saying it's something he can do.
Just for the sake of finality, I use my last
I
bardic
also have,
inspiration on
I
Toasty.
have levitate.
All right. So, do you choose to go underground and try to
I have
survive by letting the
levitate where I
castle
can
collapse on top of where you're hidden?
Yes.
Well,
All right. Roasty runs down the stairs, and you can see the castle collapse as sheets of metal and steel fall this way and that, collapsing down upon itself. It covers the ground. Smoke and dust gets kicked up everywhere. The rest of you standing outside going, all right, wait, Count. Where's Roasty?
where's Roasty?
Did Roasty make it? Where is he?
Which one was he again?
Oh, snap.
Meanwhile, under the collapsed castle, Roasty is safe from the collapse, but is now in this long corridor, just with nothing but prison cells everywhere around. What would you like to do?
I would like to inspect the prison cells to see if I find a secret passageway or an item that can help me in my perilous situation.
He's going to.
Give me a perception or investigation roll, whichever you so choose.
If Roasty finds an item that gets him out, then the only thing that we can do is play the theme song from MacGyver.
Does insight help that or no?
Insight does not. Insight is for people.
Okay. So I don't think I have anything. I have 1 to wisdom. Okay. So it's a D20 roll?
Yeah, D20.
Oh no!
Oh.
It's a 1.
Oh.
Zoinks.
Wah, 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 yeah.
We're both.
All right. So, how about the rest of you who are outside of this?
Okay. Allow me to try something. DM.
Yes.
The message level 0 skill. You know, I did some reading on Google and I wrote some stuff that was supposed to hear. Is that constrained by physical objects or is it just raw distance?
You need to point your finger at a creature within range. The range is 120 feet, so he might be within range, but you still have to actually be able to point at him to do it.
Skeletor,
Yes.
is it possible for you to, do you know where the dungeon is?
I know exactly where the dungeon is.
Yes, using your knowledge of evil castles, where would the dungeon most likely be?
I was literally there an hour ago.
Yeah. Where is the dungeon?
Well, you go down the stairs. There's another set of stairs. And then you go down this hallway, turn left. And then there's about a corridor of just a bunch of jail cells with sketties.
Can you stand where it would be?
Sure. So, walking over rubble. And I'd say it's about right here, where I resurrected Sands of Papyrus. Sands of Papyrus, no!
All right. Yeah, you find that spot.
Okay. I still got 1 bardic inspiration left, right?
You do. Actually, let's see. Yeah.
Fine. I use my message ability to broadcast bardic inspiration, and I use my various edutainment songs that I have delivered to children across the land for education to boost Roasty's intelligence.
All right. So you want to deliver bardic inspiration via message to a spot where you think that he will be?
Yes.
I'll allow it. Let's see if it works. High or low?
High.
All right. Roll and percentile die.
Oh, me?
All right. No, I rolled them.
Okay, you rolled them.
Roasty,
Yes.
you hear a message in your head, a not entirely catchy song, and yet somehow you still feel inspired.
Ow.
You're filled with determination.
Okay.
Would you like to try and make the check again?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and roll, and you can add a d8 onto it,
So D20 plus a D8.
plus whatever modifier you're using.
Oh, it's a natural 20!
All right, and with that, you push aside one of the skeletons and a pile of hay that it's lying on, and you actually find a hidden tunnel that someone had tried digging in there a while ago. You start tunneling through it, and you're making your way through, and you feel like you're nearing the end, but they never quite finished it. But you tunnel upwards, and on the outside, everyone looks as you see a spot of earth that's a little bit away from the wreckage begin to move as Roasty pulls himself out of the ground. Sorry, I got a little cut up there. But yes, Roasty pulls himself to safety, coughing up dirt.
Ah, I thought it would taste like paprika, but I'm free!
Like, there he is. He made it.
It freaking worked.
That's how things go around here.
I gave you a 15% chance of it working.
Yes.
Good.
I like the mods.
Oh. So I saved him.
Yes, you did.
Yeah,
Wow.
man.
Hey,
You did.
Matt deserves
That
another
was
clap, guys.
You know what? This is a jolly time. I would love to cast hideous laughter on everyone so we can all laugh at the fact that Matt became the hero of CWF Plays D&D!
You know, normally you wouldn't have enough spell slots to cast it on everyone, plus it's concentration, but in this exception, I'll allow it.
All right.
Once everyone is done laughing at how this could possibly happen, you guys take some time to look through the wreckage. You find the jewelry that the Afridi was wearing. Altogether, that's worth about 300 gold pieces. You also find what looks like a sensor, one of those, brazier, one of those, large flame-holding discs. And you can tell that this is has something magical about it.
Anyone here know detect magic?
Or identify would work too.
Or yes, identify.
Or you can bring it back to the Chartered Warrior Foundation and have them analyze it there.
I'm sure Lashada would be able to figure it out.
Like, shouldn't a lich be able to identify magic?
Hey man, I just cast. I flunked that class. I just did ooh, fireball, that sounds cool. Ooh, raise dead, that's cool. Ooh, thunderbolt, that's cool. Then there was this learning what the difference between an emerald and a. I didn't study.
Like me neither,
least
man.
evoke
That's
your
why I'm a
ability.
barbarian.
Well, fortunately, you guys do still manage to return to the town of Tyalcon and let them know that the Afridi and his elementals are no more. It will take some time for everything to regrow, but you did still manage to, deal with the heat wave. You've stopped all the monsters from attacking. They will be able to recover. You
May I
are
cast-
given.
May I cast prestidigitation as we make our grand entrance?
You absolutely can.
Hold
I
it.
cast
Cloak of
prestidigitation
billowing.
Yes.
for a
You have-
dramatic entrance. Your heroes have returned.
I also cast dancing lights as well, so we get
You guys
pyro.
have light effects. Tappy's cloak is billowing as if in a breeze. Everybody is walking in slow motion, even though you don't need to, as
I'm not.
Perry's providing some musical accompaniment for you guys as you enter. So you are all greeted as heroes. You are given a letter saying that you accomplished the mission. You take it back to the Chartered Warrior Foundation, where you are given your reward, and they check out the item that you brought back. It is a brazier of controlling fire elementals. This is a rare magic
Makes
item
sense.
that once per day can allow someone to summon a fire elemental.
Wow.
So the question is, who gets it?
Since I am riding the wave of a good deed, I think what is called altruism has entered my brain. Wouldn't it be better, instead of one of us to claim it, to just submit it to the Charter Warrior Federation so everyone can use it?
Yeah, they definitely have that as an option. You can put it in the rental pile, and whenever anyone is going on a mission and they feel that would be useful, they can go and rent it.
I had a question about the flaming scimitar that the elemental made. Was that a physical scimitar that it created on fire, or was it a flaming fire-only scimitar?
It was a physical scimitar, but it was lit on fire by his own power. It is a large-sized weapon, so it is larger than most people can wield. But yeah, if you would like to take it back as a trophy, you are welcome to.
I would actually like to do something I believe that warlocks can do called Pact of the Blade.
Oh, you want to make that your pact weapon? All right.
Yes, where I can transform
you
one
do that.
magic weapon into my pact weapon.
I got no
Alright,
need
so-
for it.
As you do, the scimitar shrinks down to normal size, so you can wield it as a regular scimitar. Again, it was only ignited by the Afridi's own power, but you have a very nice, fancy scimitar that was once owned by an Afridi as your pact weapon.
Yes.
All right.
Right on,
Well,
man.
You guys have done it. You have saved the town. You've got your rewards. That is going to be 57 gold pieces per person.
Woo.
Cool, cool.
I would like to thank you all for playing, and for everybody watching the stream, thank you very much for joining us on our game night. I hope you've enjoyed. We're going to be doing this whenever we get the opportunity, so please keep on checking back. Let us know what you think. Let us know who you want to see playing D&D with us, and we will see you all next time. Until then, everybody, thank you for playing.
I'm starving, man. Good game.
Keep gaming.
Yeah.
Good night, everyone. I'm gonna go spend
night.
some time
Bye, my